very excited to be here today with the launch of the Connecticut Sustainable Business Council. It's an extraordinary day for all the companies here and around the state for this moment to be here. Such an important networking opportunity for all of us to exchange best practices on sustainability.
The timing for the Connecticut Sustainable Business Council is about perfect. Many companies have been going out doing things in sustainability. They've been at home with their staff teaching and training, but there has not been a lot of the connecting of the dots.
Connecticut is a challenging state to do business in. Part of that is because we have a long legacy of hard institutional industry in this state, which has left a legacy of toxic damage. And so we have a very stringent focus on environmental issues, which create barriers to businesses. You can argue both ways whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Ultimately, I have children, and maybe one day we'll have grandchildren, so I tend to think that leaving the world in the shape I found it or better isn't a bad thing.
So coming in there with business leaders of all different sectors, across geographies, and across sizes of business, from the small, the medium, to the largest of corporations, who are operating with corporate responsibility, with sustainability as their frame, is the new narrative, the new story that has to be told.
Our company has survived these 100 years by constantly reinventing ourselves, by constantly looking for ways to do things better. And that's where I see sustainability.
And the truth is, if you get right down into it, sustainability, conservation of resources is good business.
Sustainability is a business case in and of itself. It gets the business community interested because there's bottom line value.
Well, there's been an outpouring of support for this organization from the get-go. And that's because it was simple for folks to raise their hand and say, yes, I live here, I work here, and I'm a leader in sustainability.
But when I look at what the Connecticut Sustainable Business Council is doing and what we needed to do to get started, I can't think of a better person than Heather to do that. She knows where she wants to take the organization, and she's been out there getting the right people, the diversity we already have in a small board, the number of companies that have come to the fore, the putting together of the government agencies and policy along with what the businesses want has just been terrific.
I think the Connecticut Sustainable Business Council is creating a great forum that our state needs to bring together many different constituencies that we may not have known about or that we can actually partner with in a little more formal way. So I think that's the function that we're really looking to the council to serve, to be a really good forum that can bring us all together in a structured way.
Joining the Connecticut Sustainable Business Council has many benefits, and they're a little different for each company. But I think it's important from a public relations standpoint to step out front and to be taking action, to be a leader. And I think there's a real opportunity right now. Sustainability is on everybody's minds, but people don't know exactly what to do with it. I think if the businesses in Connecticut and the government can come together and put forward some innovative, exciting programs, they can be a leader in the country.
One of the things that we will do is not only surface those examples and stories about leadership so that companies can learn from one another, but we're going to connect those leaders so that they can explore innovative collaborations. They can share information. They don't have to reinvent the wheel. And in that way, we hope to bring sustainability to the next level in Connecticut.
So the research that we've been doing is showing us that there is lots of money to be made by moving towards sustainable practices. And then what we need in turn is the policies to support that.
We think we've really figured out a model here to accelerate more private investment in our state's clean energy economy, and with that comes job creation, the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. We are leading a movement, and it is a movement for smarter government, working together with the private sector to help lower energy costs, help create jobs, and to confront the climate challenge.
I think the Connecticut Sustainable Business Council is the beginning of something wonderful.
It all starts with a community of ideas. We have a chance to make Connecticut one of the places people would want to start a business. And all it takes is people actually being willing to put their time in, work together, not criticize from the outside, but get together to work from the inside, because it's a great place to raise your family and to live. Why wouldn't it be a great place to have your business?